guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with a haul video for you guys. I know I haven't done a haul video in 3 months because I'm on a low buy for this year, or so I claim. Right now you're gonna be like, this low buy is not going great for you, but it's okay. In the last 3 months I had kind of a relapse, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to feel bad about it. And I don't need any judgment from you. So if you're Judgy McPherson, could you like depart, exit stage left? Because I am not here for it. I'm not here for it. I know what I did and I am fine with it. And we're just going to not buy things for the next couple of months. Anyways, I wanted to go ahead and share the things that I did pick up in the last 3 months because I'm really excited about quite a few of them. And I think you guys will be excited too, and I wanted to share them. And by the way, I know I've been doing updates on my low buy and how it's been going, and I think I'm going to do a separate video to go through that. This is strictly going to be a haul, so I'll cover that in another video, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and jump into the things that I picked up in March, April, and May. So 3 months of products. The very first thing I picked up in March were brow pencils. These are the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit in the shade 4.5. I happened to just go into a Sephora for JCPenney, and I heard one of the sales girls mention that the Precisely My Brow Pencils from Benefit were on sale 50% off, and I'm like, excuse me? Hello? Did you just say 50% off for the pen? Don't say no more. She was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, excuse me. And I ran and got 6 of the pencils. So I got them for $12 each. They're usually $24. So I had to just take advantage of that and pick up the brow pencil that I love, that I've been using for the last couple of months. So that pretty much blew most of my budget just for these pencils. But it was something that I was excited about. I was very happy with because it's my brow pencil that I use all the time. So then my next purchase in March was a bulk purchase again, and I wanted to get these shadows. I mentioned in one of my videos that Give Me Glow is one of the indie brands that I'm following, that I'm watching for their releases. And so when they released these new foiled eyeshadows, I had to get them. And they've since released additional products. They've released a palette, and I'll show you the palette as well. But they released eyeshadows, single eyeshadows, foiled eyeshadows, which are amazing. And I've mentioned these in another video. I was doing a Get Ready With Me where I use this shade right here, which is Pistol. It's such a gorgeous gunmetal shade, but they have so many gorgeous foils, and their foils are amazing. Look at this yellow. This yellow is going bananas. So they'd released these colorful shades, and I picked them up along with some of the mattes. And this obviously is going to push me over the budget because these are $7 a piece. So I'm well over my $100 budget. But I only picked up the brow pencils and these eyeshadows, so I don't feel as bad about it. This is an extra large palette from Give Me Glow, by the way, in case you're interested. It's a little bit too big for my liking, but it holds their eyeshadows. I'm thinking of putting the quads that I have from them in this palette as well, just to have everything in one place. But the quads don't have names on the eyeshadows, so I hate like separating quads. That's my thing. Like, that's why I don't depot. I don't like depotting because I like to keep everything together that came as a collection. But anyway, the foiled eyeshadows, I need to do a separate video just showcasing all these because they are gorgeous. Let's swatch the yellow for you, and I'll do some close-up swatches as well. Probably not all, but I'll show you. That's the yellow going bananas. This orange shade, like, look at that. What shade is that? That is You're Cheesy, and they actually spell the your properly, thank God. But that's beautiful. They have, let's see, this purple. This purple is Ultra Violence. Oh, like a play on violet, but it's violence. That is also beautiful. Oh my God. And this blue here is called Under the Sea. I think I used this in the Get Ready With Me because it was so beautiful. But look at that blue. These are gorgeous, gorgeous shades. So I definitely just, took the plunge and said, I'm going to get them. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm just going to enjoy some of these things. This is Pretty Little Lilac. The shades feel like they feel really soft. They feel a little damp even, and you have to be careful just in case they try to like break apart. But aren't those gorgeous? Here is Pistol, which is the shade I was talking about. Isn't that a beautiful like smoky, it's like a smoky bronze. It's beautiful. So those are all the things that I picked up in March. I'm going to take this ring off because I can't. I'm getting stuff all over it. So that was good. I was fine. March was a success. April was where it got a little tricky because April, Sephora had their VIB sale, which was 20% off. Last year, they only did 15% off, but this year, they did 20% off. I think because they heard people complain that I'm Rouge, why can't I get 20% off? 15% off is trash. Everybody else does 20% off or more, so what is up with Sephora? So they had their sale, and I picked up quite a few things. Not as much as I would have before, but I picked up some enough, okay? So I picked up some skincare. I had tried a sample of this Belief Sleep-In. This is the Aqua Bomb Sleep-In Mask. It's a jelly pudding mask. I love this, okay? It's so good. It's sealed, so I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna leave it like this. So it's a sleep-in mask, and I love sleep-in masks. I absolutely love them. The Fresh sleep-in mask is one of my favorites. It's kind of the layer that seals everything in, and it's super moisturizing. So when I tried this out, it's very lightweight. It leaves your skin feeling really hydrated the next morning, and it's not slippery or sticky or anything. So I said, let me go ahead and get the full size of this. And again, not gonna open it yet, but whoo, I really love that. I used up the little sample already, so I know I already love that. The next thing I picked up is this Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Glycolic Night Cream. I was missing a glycolic product in my skincare routine, so I've heard great things about this Caudalie Vino Perfect one. In fact, I hear it's really great for lightening hyperpigmentation and dark marks. And it says here that it's a brightening cream. It acts as a gentle overnight peel to reveal fresh and luminous looking skin upon awakening. Night after night, the appearance of dark spots is reduced, skin texture is visibly smoothed, and skin tone appears even. So I've been using this as well. I haven't seen any like extreme results. I've seen decent results, not going to lie, but I don't know if it's this or just a combination of everything I've been using. But this one I've been using, and I really like it. It's a cream. It's not like a heavy cream, so again, it's not greasy on your skin. It's pretty comfortable, and I've really been liking that. Now, let's go ahead and get into the color cosmetics, because of course, your girl went ahead and picked up some more color cosmetics. So remember I said I got the Give Me Glow eyeshadows. Another thing that they released is the Juicy Olive palette. This is a recent release. I think this released 2 weeks ago, so I just got this. And green palettes have been all the rage these days. Like, people are going crazy over green and blue eyeshadow palettes. So this from Give Me Glow caught my eye. There are 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. I have not played with this or swatched it or anything because I just haven't had the time. But oh wow, I didn't expect this to be any less than awesome. So here are the, wait a minute, those 2 greens, the 2 bottom greens look very similar. They could have done without putting those 2 greens. I mean, one is a little bit more yellow and one is a little bit more olive, but the 2 of them look so similar. Why didn't they put something different in? Okay, I don't like that, but let's see what the 2 shimmers look like. One is a darker shimmery green, and then the other one is like a limeish green. Those are really pretty. I'm just mad that it's 6 eyeshadows and 2 of them look so similar to each other. But Give Me Glow again has beautiful eyeshadows, and I'm always excited to see what they come out with. I know they have another palette coming out. It is like a rose theme palette. I might not get that one because if it has like pinks and spring blue, I'm not into like light pinks and mauves, and I don't care about that kind of stuff. So I'll probably not get that palette. So that will save me some coins. Thank you so much. Now, Fenty released bronzers and a couple of new highlight products. I wanted to try out the new bronzers from Fenty. Fenty is another brand that's on my radar that I said I'll check out things from them as they release. I picked up the shade Caramel Cutie. I don't like this at all. I really don't like it. I used it in a Get Ready With Me. It looks like it would be a pretty shade. Like this should be my bronzer shade, right? But it is so light. It barely shows up on my skin. And that is with a finger swatch. I have to like really dig into it with a brush to layer it on my skin. And it takes way too much effort. And it just doesn't show up the way I would want it to show up. So this is actually one of the products that I'm gonna be returning because it just didn't impress me enough. I am just not willing to spend almost $40 on this bronzer just because it's by Fenty when it does nothing to my skin. And there are other bronzers out there on the market, one that I hauled that I will show you, that is so much better than this. So this is going into the return pile because it just didn't do anything for me. However, one of the redeeming products from the line was the new highlighter duo. So this is Afternoon Snack Mo Money Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. This guy is like a nudie champagne highlighter, and I'll compare it to Mean Money Hustler Baby. You'll see the swatches of this. So Mean Money Hustler Baby is from the original launch of these highlighters. You'll see that this is Mean Money Hustler Baby, is much lighter. Well, not much lighter, but you can see that they're different. Afternoon Snack More Honey is more of that nudie tone that will go with my skin tone. So I'm very happy that I got this because it's a beautiful color and it's my type of highlighter. It's not too intense, it's not too crazy, especially the Afternoon Snack side. It's just this lovely nude glow on my skin, and if you buff it out, it's just gonna look like it melts into your skin. So I really like this. Bronzer, not so much. She has other releases too that I'm not really excited about. Again, I'm not chasing products anymore, and it's a great feeling to not be chasing products. So I'm not really like intrigued by every release anymore, and I'm not just like, oh my god, I have to have it anymore. But I was happy to have this highlighter duo. Speaking of highlighters, this one was simply a collector's item. This one was nothing that I was like, oh my god, I have to have it because of the color. This is a collaboration with Smashbox and the Hood Witch, who I don't know who that is. Like, oh my god, when you see this up close, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But it's like a prismatic design. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Since they did the collaboration with Vlada MUA where they did the embossed rose, they've been doing more of this kind of pretty design with their collaborations. It's the crystallized highlighter in Optimistic, and look at it. Oh my god, the design on the front rolls into the highlighter, and I'm not gonna mess it up too much, but the highlighter itself, again, I wasn't chasing it because of the highlighter, and this is like not a good thing to say, but it is still really pretty. Like, it's that pinky hue that I am into anyway, so I'll still get use out of it, but I'm like not ready to like really break into it because I really love the design and I love the design of the powder itself. So a frivolous purchase, but I'm not upset about it. It was my one truly frivolous purchase, which really made no sense for me to get. Now we're gonna stick with the highlighters and bronzers and speak about some more face products that I picked up. These are from Cover FX. So Cover FX released a whole line of monochromatic bronzers. They have 2 shades, and then they have monochromatic blush duos with a matte and shimmer. So each of these have a matte and shimmer in them. Somebody said that this was like a soap. I just think the packaging is cute. It's like this millennial ivory. It's really sleek. It's thin. To me, it's beautiful. I really like it. And inside you have 2 shades. One's a matte and one's a shimmer. I got the shade Warm Honey, which is the blush duo. This is just a dusty, like a dusty rosy pink, which is perfect for me. This is the kind of shade I would wear, so I picked that because of that. Otherwise, the other shades are just a little bit too light for me. And then they have a shimmer side, which is meant to be layered over the blush as a topper, or you can use it as a highlight depending on your skin tone and depending on the shade you picked up. But that is really, really gorgeous to me. I love the highlighter. The highlighter or the shimmer side of it is really subtle. It's not intense, so if you're expecting like intense shimmer, intense glow, it's not gonna give you that. And then the bronzers, I got both of the shades of the bronzers, and this is what made me want to return the Fenty one. So we have Suntan Bronze and Sunkissed Bronze. The one that I really love is Suntan Bronze. This is the deeper one. This bronzer it's just amazing. I take a fluffy brush, like so, right? And I just brush it against my hairline. And like anywhere I want to add like a little bit of extra color. I don't have to go to town with this to get color on my face. And it blends in seamlessly and it looks like it's coming from my skin. You know, with a bronzer, you want it to look like you got sun-kissed, and it's really beautiful. The Sunkissed Bronze, oh, I didn't even show you the shimmer in this one. The shimmer in this one is more like a bronze shimmer, and it's a little bit darker than my skin tone. So it's not necessarily something I could use as a highlighter. I would have to use it as a blush topper or like a glowy bronzer. But again, it's not too intense. It's my level of shine. When I do highlighter, that's the level I want. Now the Sunkissed Bronze is more of a cool tone, so it has that gray hint to it. So this one I would use more like a contour, and then the highlighter side on this is more of a highlighter for me, and it's a nude it's so beautiful. It's like a nudie highlighter, and it looks very natural on my skin. So very impressed, very happy with these. If you were interested in those, I do recommend them. They're really great products. I'm really impressed. So Cover FX, good job on those. Now, what else? Oh, palettes. Let's talk about palettes. So this is a recent release. I did go ahead and get this little palette from Huda. This is her Neon Obsession. So she has her little 9-pan palettes that are her Obsession palettes. I have all of them. And then she released 3 more going along with the neon trend. Like everybody's getting on this trend with neons. So she did 3 palettes. This is the neon orange. This one is the one with the most mattes in it. So it has 6 mattes and 3 shimmers. I don't like the shimmers, but I really like the mattes. The mattes in this are like a denser, creamy powder matte. They feel really nice. The colors are really nice. The pigmentation is there. I just don't like the shimmers as much because they take a little bit more work to layer them up. They're not like easy shimmers because they have that flaky texture. So you have to work more with them, and that's what I found with the other 2. So that's why I didn't pick up the other 2. I wasn't interested. These shimmers though, it's only 3 of them, so I can work with them, and I wanted to get one. It's cute packaging, everything, but this just has like the neon oranges and pinks that I would go for, so I'm happy to get that. Another palette that's a recent release that I picked up is the Impulsive palette from Melt Cosmetics. This is a pressed pigment palette. I think this is also a pressed pigment palette, meaning that some of the ingredients may stain your eyelids, so they're not passed by the FDA for safe use around the eyes. I know some people are like, so then what am I supposed to do with them? Use them around your eyes at your own risk. That's what you're gonna do. If you're skeptical at all about a pressed pigment palette, leave it at the store. Otherwise, use it around your eyes at your own risk. Simple as that. Anyway, this is the Impulsive palette from Melt Cosmetics. So Melt Cosmetics is now available in Sephora stores, which good for them. They started on Instagram. It's 2 friends, and they released the Impulsive palette. I think because now they're in store, they have to kind of go more mainstream. Before they were doing the stacks. I know they've done a couple of palettes, but now they're doing more mainstream things, so they had to do like an exclusive release with Sephora. So this palette, it's thick as hell, it's heavy as hell, and the design is different, but not necessarily in a good way. It's a staggered palette, so it is like a tri-layer. So it's two-sided first of all. Let me see. Oh, all right, the little sleeves are falling out. Okay, I need those sleeves because it's a two-sided palette, as you can see. They didn't stop there though with the two sides. They didn't just make it flat. They made it steps. Why did they need to do that? I don't know. They wanted to be different. It's like a book. I don't necessarily know where they were going with that. But one side is like just smoky, regular, run-of-your-mill shades. And then the second side is colorful and beautiful. I wasn't going to get this palette until I swatched it in store. And then I just had to get it. So the shimmers are beautiful. The mattes are beautiful. I was hesitant because I have, what palette is that? It may be the Gemini. I forget. There's a green palette that they released that the shimmers were just terrible, okay? And they released another palette, Smoke Sessions, that the shimmers were apparently like soft. They were breaking, they were crumbling everywhere. So they had issues with those shimmers. So that's why I was not going to get this until I swatched it. And I'm like, wow, the shimmers are actually stable. I have this shade on my eyelids, no regrets. It's beautiful. It applied well. I had no fallout. It's not crumbly. They figured out their shimmer formula. So that is why I picked this up. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. I am really not mad at it. I actually really like this palette. It's pricey, but then at the same time, you're getting 18 shades and they're pretty decent shades. And each of them, does it tell you how much each of them contain? It doesn't tell you how much each of them contain, but it does give you a net weight of 0.714 ounces, which is 0.039, so roughly 0.04 ounces, which is just a touch below a regular eyeshadow. So you're getting 18 shades. So it's essentially not that bad of a deal, but I just fell in love with the texture of these. And some people were saying it's an ugly color story, and I get what you mean. It looks ugly initially. You're like, what the hell kind of color story is this? But they have, everything is in a trio, so you can use each of the 3 shades together to create your look, or you can mix and match if you're a little bit more creative. But I think these work together and it's fine. You would need to pull in shades for like a brow bone highlight, and then you would need to have like a blend and transition shade if you're going for like a skin tone color in your crease, because this doesn't have it. And if you're looking for a really bright inner tear duct highlight as well, nothing in here is really bright and in your face. Everything's kind of subdued, and if you need like a black or a really rich dark shade to deepen up or smoke out a look, again, you'd have to use another palette, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, but a lot of people like an all-in-one palette where they don't have to reach for other shades. I don't mind reaching for other shades. It's not a big deal for me. But the thing that annoys me about this is the design. I don't like the step design, and on top of that, now I have 3 different little plastic sheets that I have to keep track of, because you're folding the eyeshadows over on each other, and you don't want to mix the mattes with the shimmers, and the red is going to get some blue on it, and it can make a mess. So you have to keep track of the little sheets, which is annoying as hell, but I'll deal with it because these are really pretty. Now, next 2 palettes I got. 2 palettes I wasn't gonna get. 2 palettes that I told myself I am done with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am through. I don't want to deal with her anymore. And here I am. So that didn't work out for me. The problem is I get a discount on these. So I get these for $29. So it's not as steep as the $45. You know what I mean? So it makes it a little bit more enticing for me. And I need to get out of that mindset. But I did get the 2 palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The Riviera palette and the Alyssa Edwards palette. Now, the Riviera palette is the summer. Was it summer or spring? I don't know. It's nautical theme. It has colorful shades. And that's kind of what pulled me in, was that it's different from her other palettes before the Alyssa Edwards one. It has decent shades in here. But then I realized that there's like a brown and then like 4 other neutral shades and a white. So where is really the intrigue for this? But I got it, and I don't know like if I'm impressed by it. I'm probably, no, I'm not really, because I haven't even used it yet. That's how uninspired I have been with this palette, and with most of her palettes, if I'm honest. So that's why I don't know why I keep buying them. The other palettes from her that I have, like the Norvina palette and the Soft Glam palette, I haven't even used those, like for real. I definitely haven't used Norvina. I've used Soft Glam like once or twice. The Alyssa Edwards palette is a collaboration with a drag queen that made their way onto the scene through RuPaul's Drag Race. I forget what season it was. I don't even think I watched this season. I think I watched the first 2 seasons and I was done. I was there for the makeup, and then when they started, I couldn't bother. So anyway, Alyssa Edwards is a drag queen. Norvina loves her and teamed up with her to create this palette. It has a different texture. Oh, the Riviera palette has like a fabric texture. It's no longer like the suede texture of the other palettes that have been released. It's more like it's still a fabric, but it's no longer that velvety like suede feel. It's more of almost like denim or like canvas material. And then this palette is just straight up coated cardboard. So I think this is a better palette. It's easier to clean. The Riviera palette can get extremely dirty because it's a lighter color with the blue, and then if you get finger marks on it, it can be a mess because it is fabric, but this is easier to clean. So we have Alyssa Edwards. There are eyes on the palette, her signature on the back. It's a bright pink, and then inside you have this color story, and there are 1, 2, 3 shimmers. The rest are mattes, and this is a drag queen thing, okay? They use mostly matte shades to create dimension, and I love that about their makeup. That's why I fell in love with Drag Race, is because of the makeup, and then I stopped watching because I can't be bothered with the theatrics. But this is a mostly matte palette. It has a bright blue, which is, I think this is the shade that pulled me in, because the other shades, like there are 2 purples, 1 matte and 1 shimmer. But like, I don't think Anastasia does purples that great. There's a yellow, again. I have Butter Cupcake from Sugar Pill that I love, so I don't care. The bright pink, I don't care again. This mauve shade is ugly. Then you have some neutral shades, and then a black and a white. So again, I don't know why I keep getting these palettes. Like, why? Why do I keep doing this foolishness to myself? But here we are. I will play with it, give you my feedback. If you want me to do like a playtime with some of these palettes, I will do that. So those are the eyeshadow palettes that I picked up. But apparently, since I decided I was throwing the whole low buy thing to the side for a couple of months, I went ahead and picked up some more eye products. So I picked up, these are really exciting and I have 0 regrets with these. So I got the Mesmerize eyeshadows from Charlotte Tilbury. These are new. These are called the Eyes to Mesmerize Long Lasting Easy Color. These are cream eyeshadows. Now Charlotte Tilbury, I do believe, worked with Tom Ford on their cream products. Like, I think she was an integral part of the development of those products, like Tom Ford products. So her formulations, the type of products that she creates are very similar to the Tom Ford layout. They're a little cheaper, but they're still a luxurious price. But these cream eyeshadows, okay, I love the cream eyeshadows from Tom Ford, but some of those prices, nah. I actually got mine at a cosmetics outlet, so I got like a discount on them because there was no way I was gonna buy them full price. So when I saw these from Charlotte, I'm like, those are gonna be the same formulation that I love. I am gonna pick these up. So I picked up 3 shades. I picked up Bette, Mona Lisa, and Marie Antoinette. These are beautiful. They're just gonna give you a wash of shimmer on the lids. They're like, to me, they're like a one and done kind of shimmer. It's not frosty or metallic or anything. It's just very subtle shimmer, which is the thing with Charlotte Tilbury, Tom Ford, those luxurious brands. They're into subtle products. They're not gonna be extreme, frosty, metallic, glitter all over the place. They try to ease that in limited edition collections, but typically they just focus on subtle, just light washes of color, just accentuate your looks, because that's the demographic, that's the kind of consumer that they want to appeal to. Anyway, this which one? Marie Antoinette is a light champagne. It's so beautiful. They're so creamy. They're not like thick, so they just give you a light wash. They don't crease. And you can use these as bases for eyeshadows, which is actually what I did today. I used the shade Bette, which is my favorite one. It is like a nudie bronze. So it's not like a deep brown bronze. It's more like a nude shade. And I just placed it on my lids, and then I have the shade from the Melts palette over it. And it's so gorgeous. It layered well. It intensified the shade and gave it like a different dimension to it. And I really love how it turned out. Mona Lisa is more of a deep bronze. So if I wanted to go more smoky deep, that's what I would do. So I love those. I absolutely love them. And once I swatched them in store, I had to get those three. There are other shades too, but like nothing that I was interested in. These ones were next to those Eyes to Mesmerize on the display. So they like put new products on the display. Here, check them out. And that's what I did, and they got me. These are from Ciate. They're the Marbled Metals Metallic Glitter Eyeshadow. Shut your mouth. I got 4 of them because I started swatching and I didn't know what to do with myself. I wanted to just run away because they got me. I got caught up in how beautiful these were. And when you look at them, you're like, they're not gonna be that nothing crazy. And then you swatch them and then you're like, oh my God. Oh, like the black one. The black one is twisted. It just looks like a matte black with specks of like white, and you don't even see the color in it. You just see a matte black with white. And when you swatch it, this green and teal and blue shimmer comes out. And you're like, holy crap, where did this come from? These are so gorgeous. I wanted to punch somebody because I was like, I can't believe it. These are gorgeous. They're pricey, but oh my God, I can't not have them. Even, oh my God, Gilded was the one I swatched first. That I was like, all right, that's it. This like a coppery one with pink, and oh my God, it's so pretty, right? Love it. And then I swatched the shade Entwine, which is a lighter like champagne. Woo! Woo! This is so beautiful. If you want like a really light color on the lids that's shimmery, and they're not overly metallic or frosty either. They're just like this beautiful shiny, it's not even chunky glitter. It just gives you this beautiful, oh, I can't. Then Wicked is the purple one with green shimmer to it. And again, I'm not even like really expecting much from the swatch, and then I swatch it and I'm like, all right, you got me. You got me. I am gonna buy you. Thank you so much for participating because, oh God, I just had to. Then, this I got yesterday, because my fast. Oh, I didn't even mention this. I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. I got the small size to try it out because I got a discount, and I wanted to see what it was about and if it was good. So I don't have an excuse. I got it. Oh, I should mention this before I mention the last thing that's really exciting. The Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. This says, for shamelessly thick and curled lashes, my favorite mascara is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. So if they can do better than Sex, I am available for it. I hope this is awesome because it is pricey, but yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. It has an infinity brush, which is just an hourglass shaped brush, let's be honest. It says here that innovative polymers keep lashes flexible while lifting, lengthening, and locking in 24 hours of smudge-free, flake-resistant curl. I don't hear anything about volume here. Oh, here it goes. Immediate full load of extreme volume without a heavy feel. So I'm excited for this. And again, Too Faced Better Than Sex is my favorite, so I have high hopes for this. And now let's end with the kickers, the things that took my breath away when I swatched these in store. So I went in store to this Ulta, right, at Green Acres Mall, that's in Queens. I had to go all the way deep to check out Oma Beauty, which is a new Black-owned brand. They're available online, but they're also in select Ulta stores, and I wanted to see them in person because I wanted to swatch the foundation shades. I actually received some of the products from them. I have the eyeshadow palettes, I have some of the lipsticks, I have the foundation, but the shade that they sent me was just way off. It's darker than my skin tone, so I went to see if I could find a matching shade in the foundation. When I went, the shades are cut. The shade selection, spoiler alert, they're trash. It was tragic. I couldn't find a shade match. I'm just gonna try to make the one that I have that they sent me work, but I couldn't find a shade match. Most of them were orange. They were extremely orange, and I just couldn't find a neutral enough undertone for my skin tone. But next to that display was Smith&Cult, which is a new brand also to Ulta, and they also have like foundations and all that stuff, but I wasn't interested in any of that, right? I saw these and I was like, you know, like I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever. And I was just standing around because I was waiting for one of the salespeople to go in the back and see if they had a shade that was missing on the display. So I'm just standing around. You know, you just idle hands. The devil finds work for idle hands, because I'm just standing there and I decided to swatch these. These are the Glitter Baby Metallic Shift Eyeshadow. Ooh, tell me I forgot to take up on myself and go. I should never have swatched these because they're $24, so they're around the same price as the Stila Glitter and Glows. But I don't know this brand. I don't know them from nowhere. They contain almost the same amount as a Stila one though. So it's not like a huge difference in the value. It's a similar concept to the Stila Glitter and Glows though, but these had colorful shades, and these are a little bit different because they're color shifted. So they have like duochromes, multi-chromes. I swatched this shade first. This is Royal Blue. And when I swatched it, oh God, I swatched this, right? Look at this. Oh my God. This is so beautiful. And then the other shade that I fell in love with is Fiery Copper. So I swatched them. They glide on really nicely like a liquid eyeshadow. They're not like a chunky glitter eyeshadow. So they're not like the Glitter and Glow. They're more like the Shimmer and Glow from Stila. But they have this metallic duochromy, multi-chromy shift to them. So once they dry down, so that's the thing, I'm waiting and I didn't think much of it, and then they dry down, and when you move your hand, you see the shift. So you'll see blue, purple, pink, the copper one goes pink, coppery, orange. I about passed out. I passed out, and so I got 5 shades. And I have no regrets because they are gorgeous. So awesome. So you see in the swatches how gorgeous they are. Tell me they're not gorgeous. Tell me you're not out here almost considering getting one for yourself because they're that beautiful. The duochrome, I mean, oh my God. They are not like waterproof or anything, so they come off pretty easily. So be careful with that. I'm going to play with them a little bit more to see like how they perform. But just based on how they look, because again, I got these yesterday, based on how they look, and I'm being aggressive because they are so beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, so I had to get those. I just had to get those. So those are the products that I picked up. A little bit excessive, but not like really excessive, considering how I have been in the past. And for 3 months of haulage, this is not too much, at least based on my standards, because I can go crazy. So I mean, I have no regrets. I really like everything that I picked up except for the Fenty. And I'm gonna have fun, y'all. I'm gonna have fun with these products. I'm gonna have fun creating content with these products for you guys. So tell me what you want to see. If you wanted like a full review with like demos and stuff, let me know. I can do that. But it's exciting. I think I got some good things. What do you guys think? Except for like, yeah, the Anastasia palettes as well. I'm a little bit skeptical on those, but everything else, I am in love. So, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and leave a full list of all the products down below in the description box, along with links or where you can pick them up. those links happen to be affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you purchase through those links. I'm not directly affiliated with any of the companies. I just generate those links through Ulta and Sephora. It's just an easy way for you guys to give back to the channel. It doesn't change the sale price of the product. It's just an easy access link that you can go directly to the product that I recommend. It just gives me a small kickback that I can put right back into the channel. But if you're not comfortable with that, shop the way you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. And I will also leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, where you should be following me along so you can keep up with my shenanigans, because I do things over there on the things. So keep up with me there. And until my next video, which will be very soon, thank you guys so much for your support. I will see ya. Bye.